cloudy.
It does look cloudy. Alright, welcome everybody. We are live, Zenith Online Racing. We're back, round 12 of Tier 1. We are at Zandvoort for the Dutch Grand Prix. Did I set that in the title? I just spaced out and I was like, I put the title in. Yeah, Dutch GP, alright. Just make sure that's good before we get rolling. Yeah, it does look a little cloudy. Potentially some rain inbound. Once upon a time, old Arbiga and Puff Digital ran a beautiful race in the rain here. Just demolished the competition. Good times. So, see if the rain comes into play tonight. It's a tricky track to begin with for a lot of guys because it's just very unfamiliar, and that pit exit is really difficult. Just watching Beck come out of the pits there, just having to tiptoe his way around. RC as well. So a few cars out on track, and Packer at the front as usual. We'll get on board with Packer shortly and ride with him.
Yeah, he's the first one out.
Weezus is here early tonight. He was waiting. Probably saw the tweets. Thanks for tuning in, Weezus. I appreciate the love. Arbiga, the Michael Jordan of racing. Can't disagree with you. He's going to come back after a long retirement. Just own it again. One day I'll get behind the wheel again. I am overdue for a full season, aren't I?
Yeah, you are.
I think I am. Can we get a Saturday night league no assist going or something? I'd be in for that. 9 o'clock on Saturday or something like that.
Packer, so far, the first turn was really smooth, and so is the hairpin. A little slippery there, but he's on the mediums as well, so it's going to be a little slippery for him. Oh, there he goes.
Big moment.
Sorry.
Yeah, commentator's curse from
Packer.
GP Colin this time. So I think you're officially a commentator once that happens.
I guess so.
There's absolutely no argument anymore.
My apologies, Packer.
Scavney has gone by. Scavney on a run. Let's ride with Scavney to the end here. Obviously purple. I think he's the lead car at the moment.
Yep, I'm riding on board with Rex, who's just a little behind him.
I don't know any of the corner names here. Scavney.
1, 2.
Oh, wait. Is it one Tarzan? One is Tarzan, right? Because that's like the best corner name in the entire game. The Tarzan corner. Scavney enters it. Was on provisional pole, obviously, and now Rex on medium tires gone to 110.8. That's pretty interesting.
And it looks like he's going around on continuing the quality attempts. No, maybe not.
I think I've got to charge my headset, so got to remember that I'm plugged in if I get up.
And Packer's giving it another go. Sticking to the mediums. Let's see if the mediums can stick to the road. Get out of the way, RC.
Oh, that was pretty rough from RC.
Yeah, that's tough.
It is. Oh, another moment. Jeez, Packer's setup not really working for him.
So what do we got here? Comes Josh. He's up just a fraction on his. Oh, and Jesus. I gotta stop talking.
Yeah. Did you get someone else now?
I just got Josh. I didn't realize I had that kind of power. This power, it's incredible. I wish it would work during the race.
Wayne's calling for the Attitude Era League, the Attitude Era tier. Puff Digital into P8, so Scavney's actually jumped to the top.
Yeah, very nice lap.
Yeah, 1:10.8 from Scavney on the soft though. So I'd say Rex's time on the medium's the benchmark right now. Obviously a pretty good run on a harder tire. Jinnett on a run. Let's ride on board with Jinnett, see what he can do. He's been coming back into form over the last few races. Starting to score some good points. Podium last time out, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, long overdue. He really struggled the first half of the season.
Yeah.
A little hesitant coming out of that turn.
I think this is another... So he's putting in a second hot lap. He's 1.1 up. That would put him possibly ahead of Adri. That's actually not a bad spot. He's not far off Rex either. And that's a second lap on this tire, I believe. Be a good time for Jinnett. Fifth place, yeah, just in front of Adri. I called that perfectly.
He's got to be happy with that. You know, that's the medium tire, you know?
Yeah, and he's, what, 2/10 off Rex? That's really not bad.
You know, in P5, I wonder if he's contemplating, you know, not coming back out on the softs and going ahead and starting on those mediums.
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty easy for the cars behind to jump him, though. So I would imagine he's going to do another run. Do you remember a few games ago you could pick 2 sets mediums?
Yeah.
It was always a nice option, because if you scrubbed the one, you could go for another run.
Right. Let's see. What we got out here? Janet's fishing. Nope. Adri's done.
Oh, T-Money. Yeah. Big moment for T-Money. I was just on board with him. I think he was on a flyer. And commentator's curse strikes again. It's remarkable how often we cause people to spin.
Alright, T-Rex is starting another hot lap. I'm going to follow him again on the mediums.
Oh, Beck was a huge moment. He saved it, but he might have picked up a little bit of rear wing damage there. So Beck with a moment. It's, again, we're on board with another spin. Are you riding with Rex? Is that what you said?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Oh. I thought he just lost the car as well, but he just had a weird entry to that corner.
He's back 3/10.
Yeah, back on the same medium tire, I think. So
3/10 definitely puts him in the P1.
Yeah, that would not be a bad place to start.
There we go, Packer. Yeah, I wonder if Rex now is gonna see Packer's time and get off those mediums. It seems like they've been doing that every week anyways. They go out there and they really give it a go on the mediums, and then you get to like 5 or 6 minutes left and everybody just scrubs the mediums and goes out on the softs for their last quali lap.
Yeah, it's a short track too, so it's not a bad strategy, honestly. And then if Rex, you know, gets out there and sets a time that's a little bit hard for other guys to reach. Like if I'm Rex, starting second on mediums versus Packer on the softs, I don't think that's a bad strategy, honestly.
Not at all. No, that's why, and I was wondering, Jinnett was basically, I thought he was borderline being in P5, and now he's P6. You know, at that point, I guess you want to fall down to P11.
Lost the headset for a minute there.
Oh.
Yeah, shut off. I think the battery is low, but I've got it plugged in charging, so that could be a problem.
As we went around, all right, where was that? Zumaglis about to finish his lap. Oh, Adri. Okay. Well, maybe he wasn't on a hot lap. He just fell in behind Adri. Puff improved on his time, but didn't really move him any.
Yeah, he's right in the mix though. Like, he's really not far off the other guys. It just happens to be near the bottom. Got Maverick on a flyer. Let's ride on board. Make his way through the end of Sector 1. Slightly up.
Say 600's off of his best time right now in Sector 1. Again, on the mediums.
Comes Maverick crossing the line. And slight improvement. Doesn't really move any places. Beck heading back out there. Say slightly down on his previous sector.
Yeah. Yeah, he's bailed.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like he's backed out of this one. Maybe just waiting for us to leave so he doesn't crash. Bag of Bones on the run. Let's check in with Bones. No, he's not using the battery pack, so not pushing at the moment. Someone just crossed the line. Say again. I guess so. He's going for it again now. No, he's... I guess he's pushing that. Just didn't see much deployment from the battery there. Slightly down again, so I feel like he's probably thinking time for a set of softs.
Yeah.
Should be, like, everybody behind him that's on softs is going to pip his time, so pretty much going to have to come in. Zumaglis up a 10th and a half. That would put him up into P5. Let's ride with Zumaglis for this lap. Zumaglis has been struggling this season. Hopefully he can score some points tonight. Not many cars out here, so as long as Zumaglis finishes the race, I think he probably got a good chance at some points, and he's had some frustrating nights for sure. Very, kind of reminds me of Sainz a little bit. You know, he's been struggling, very quick driver, been struggling to keep it on the road. That also mixed in with some bad luck. There was a few times that Zumaglis was just on the short end of it this season. Not like, you know, he's had his errors, but beyond those, there's been also some just bad luck. It's weird how it just kind of follows some drivers around sometimes.
Yeah, you know, I don't know why, but yeah, you're absolutely right. Nope, and he's bailing on it.
Yeah, I thought he backed out. I'm with Beck now.
So
Beck
I
looking
wonder...
good.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah, Beck did not improve.
I was going to say, I'm curious as to why these guys have given so much effort in the mediums. Like, say, who's now coming out on the softs. I mean, he spent the first 3/4 of quali on the mediums.
I'm not too sure, honestly. I'm thinking it's more of a strategy decision, maybe just to run the reverse, but...
Oh, no! Beck goes around. I didn't say anything.
You were watching, though. That's all you gotta do. Puff, I'm with Puff on a hot lap now. He's on the soft tire. Let's see what he does through the split. A lot of traffic there. Guys stand out of the way nicely. Yeah, he's slightly down on his previous run, but you don't know how good that first lap sector was.
Oh, and he beat invalidated.
Oh, he did, yeah.
Yeah, it's strange. It
Plenty of
said
time
it was
though.
up a quarter. It said it was up a quarter of a second, and then he passed a couple of cars, and it came back again as plus. That's weird.
Very odd. We got RC on a run now. He needs a good time here. He's well down the timesheets at the moment.
Slight improvement, nearly 2/10.
Yeah, it's not really going to get him anywhere at this point, though.
Not really. Nope.
T-Money also struggling. I do recall T-Money saying he really didn't like this circuit. Unless I'm just making things up over here, but I feel like that I read that somewhere. There's a few tracks that T-Money is really solid everywhere, but there's a few tracks that he just genuinely does not like, and he just doesn't run well at them. And I would assume that those two go hand in hand.
Oh, you know,
RC
invalidated. Nah.
He's done it again. Joshua's on a run. He just started a lap. We haven't seen Joshua tonight. Let's ride with Josh. Usually, everybody having to really stay out of the way here. Zamaglis kind of in the way right now. Needs to find a way.
Zem, get out of the way.
He did all right, I think. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Oh, Joshua's giving him the business.
Yeah, I think Josh, he's out. He let out.
Yeah, I think Joshua maybe just wasn't quite sure Zamaglis knew he was there and was afraid to just kind of ride up to the back, but yeah, Zem's sort of in a bad spot. It is a tough thing with this circuit.
And nobody does it on purpose. It's just, you know, there's so much to think about.
This is Zamaglis now. Zamaglis out. He's trying to get back in front of Joshua. And Joshua, so Zamaglis now dropping back, and he's in the way of another car. It says pure chaos out here. This is Brooklyn. Imagine if we had 20 cars tonight.
Ooh.
There's a lot of traffic. Look at everybody out on track now. So Joshua going for another run. I'm going to have to say, unfortunately, we're going to have to move to someone else because Maverick's about halfway through a lap. We'll go over to Maverick. Joshua had his chance, and Zamaglis. I don't know that Zamaglis really impeded him. I think it was more of a trust thing, like kind of Joshua being like, yeah, I don't think he knows I'm here.
And I wonder, some guys will be able to take that hairpin really tight and stay low to the left, and some guys can't. And so I think maybe Zem was like, I'm going to stay to the high side, and unfortunately that's where.
Yeah.
Oops. Oh, Puff bailed. Oh, that sucks.
Got Maverick about to cross the line. No improvement. So weird how the track isn't seeming to evolve that much. I'm seeing a lot of guys not improve their times. Is it because the sun's out now? Maybe the life of the tires going off quicker.
I don't know. I would think that if the sun was out, it might warm up enough. If the tires weren't really if they weren't as comfortable on the tires in the cooler temperatures, the warmer, I would assume, would be beneficial to them.
Yeah, I would think so. Zamaglis up into third. Nice run from Zem there.
How do you do that?
No, he just put it together. He's done it a few times this season. Gets a good qualifying lap, and then something goes wrong into turn one. Bag of Bones is out of it. Puff is on one. He's invalidated, I believe, though. So Puff is done. Yeah, Puff done. I think that's it for qualifying.
I think that looks like it.
So Packer takes another pole position. Rex is second, Zamaglis is third, Scavney with another good quality in fourth, Maverick fifth, Seye sixth, Joshua seventh. Beck's going to start on mediums in eighth, not bad. Jennett's going to start ninth on soft. Adri will be on mediums in 10th. And then T-Money, Bag of Bones, Puff, RC, and Fuzz will get tire choice. So Fuzz is joined late.
Yeah, he knew better. He said, I'm not going to qualify with GP and Bigger commenting on me.
Yeah.
All right, not bad. 15 drivers. I like it.
Yeah, 15, not too shabby. Looks like we're kind of stuck in that countdown now. So I'm going to step away, take a quick break, go grab another wine, and I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. Let's see. I'll try to pull up the standings here. So Tier 1 standings after Japan, so it's up to date. You got Packer with a 9-point lead over Goofy Gibbon. At 189, 180 for Gibbon. Rex in third with 147. Maverick in fourth with 95. Mr. Joshua 74 and his teammate Scavney 69 for fifth and sixth. Seventh is Fusions at 50. Jennett with 45. His teammate T-Money with 36 and ninth. Fuzz in 10th with 34. His teammate Puff in 11th with 33. Then you got Bag of Bones and Bushy Baboon with 21 points each in 12th and 13th. Rockstar is in 14th with 19. Adri in 15th with 14. So is RC, 14 in 16th. And Zamoglis, the last point scorer, in 17th with 6. Let's see. T-Broom hasn't really been making many races. He hasn't scored any points. Beck, unfortunately, hasn't scored any points. And no Mercy. I don't think Mercy's really made many races either. Constructors, Alpine, comfortable lead, 284. Mercedes in second with 201. Alfa Romeo in third with 147. McLaren with 143. So a tight battle there for third and fourth. Fifth is Aston Martin. Ferrari sixth with 67. Haas not far behind with 58 and seventh. Red Bull in eighth with 56. So really close battle there for between fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth. Then you get Williams in ninth with 28 and Alpha Tauri with 2. So those are your updated standings.
Puff got a this and next lap invalidation I just saw in the race director. So you got to figure the guys outside the top 10 starting on mediums, right?
Yeah.
It seemed like the medium was kind of the desired tire here.
Right. I mean, the guys, there was so much effort in trying to qualify high with the mediums. I would assume that the guys that are outside the top 10 are going to jump on those. Fresh tires, so. I mean, yeah.
If you look at the pace through the field as well, like the splits, very tight. So I think this could be like almost a, maybe Rex and Packer kind of out front, and then the rest of the field be pretty much nose to tail following one another.
Now, I don't think it's going to be the commentator's curse, but this is one of those tracks, as we saw several times, guys really losing the back end.
Yeah.
With oversteer. And so, do you think we get 4 or 5 safety car or VSCs here, which really changes things up?
Well, we better not get 4 or 5, but I'm imagining there's going to be at least a safety car or 2. I mean, most races we get 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems like they've fixed the issue of safety car after safety car or VSC after VSC that we had like a season or 2 ago.
Well, that was like kind of like a bug, right, where it would give them back to back, and I don't think that's really an issue now. It seems like they've figured out the accidental overtakes as well. They kind of just let everybody sort themselves. So that used to be a problem where someone would pass you and then they'd go to give the place back, and then you'd get an illegal overtake, and it was like, oh,
yeah,
hey, come on.
Yeah, that kind of stuff still happens. It's just not as prevalent as it was before, but when it does happen, it's very annoying because it seems like such a simple thing to, map out in codes.
Yeah.
But
I did think they fixed that, though. I don't think we've seen that happen. I don't think I've seen any steward inquiries regarding that this season. So, looks like a nice day in the Netherlands. Yeah, it's a nice sunny day. Track's nice and warm. Probably tire wear going to be a bit of an issue. Let's check on that. Yeah, mediums on Puff and RC. Fuzz has gone soft, Bones soft, and Adri. How did Adri get to start on softs when he had medium qualifying? Or did he not improve on that tire?
I must not have.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah, no, yeah, great question. I'm trying to recall. But I saw Rex. I thought Rex set a lap on the softs, but apparently he did not.
No, so he kept that time that he set on the mediums.
Yep.
That's very interesting. This is what I was saying. I was kind of hoping this would happen because I think Paco's going to get away at first, but then Rex will come back to him quite quickly. So one stop medium to hard is what they're predicting.
Yeah, Rex wants it to go green throughout.
Yeah. Packer's way ahead of the field here. Rex doesn't want to spend too long sitting on the grid, it seems.
So outside the top 10, we have 3 mediums and 2 softs, so
yeah,
majority on the mediums.
I think soft to hard maybe is the strategy then? Is that the way you go?
Soft to hard?
Yeah.
Or soft to medium?
Well, soft to medium I think is probably the most ideal, but I don't know if it's viable. The game is suggesting medium to hard, so and we haven't seen that anywhere yet though. We've got 3, 4, 5 lights are on, and we're racing in Zandvoort. It looks like a good start for Rex. He's got away well. Very good launch on those medium tires. He's down the inside into turn 1. It looks like he's going to get that place. He does. We've got a car around.
Yeah, Josh got loose at the start, and
there's contact there. Rex and Pack are going wheel to wheel, banging into one another. They're still side by side here in sector 1. Oh, and there he goes. Packer takes the lead. Just slices in front. Those two were racing really hard there. We've got Zamoglis under some pressure here. So Zamoglis gets off the line through the start of the race well. If he can find that pace he had in qualifying, Zamoglis in a really good spot here to kind of just find himself a little bit of clear air and just do a really smart race. Zamoglis needs a really solid one tonight.
So both Josh and Beck have wing damage. Josh is missing his left end.
Shouldn't down the inside on Joshua. Joshua's losing ground here. So Josh has damage, you said, right?
Yes.
Puff is off the road. Oh, no, sorry. Puff is okay. Fuzz is off the road. So, everything mostly okay for most guys, but we've got Beck and Fuzz way behind the field right now. So Packer obviously fastest in the lead. Rex right on his tail, though. Not giving an inch.
Just in front of the... Whoa! Is he going to pit? He is pitting.
Yeah, I think you'd have to. Where he is, it's worth it. You know, he's not really losing that much time right now if he pits. Hard tire, you think, or you guys in the pits actually?
I don't go to the hards, and it looks like he went to the mediums. And he had to change his wing.
Beck's gone hard, so we'll see how Beck does. Beck maybe going to try to go to the end of the race here.
Yeah, I just don't. I mean, I'm never comfortable on the hard, so I'm not really a good person to quiz on this, or to have viable information. But it seemed like everybody was really having a hard time sticking to the track. The hard tires, you know, that's going to make it even harder, I would think.
Yeah, that's a good point. He's going to have to be very cautious, no doubt. We got Adri making a move on Maverick, who Looks like it appears to have lost ground to Bones as well. Did Maverick have a moment, maybe? Interesting. What it's done, though, we have a bit of a sort of split in the field now. Jinnit is sort of leading this second group that's one spot out of points, so that's going to be very interesting. Scabney hounding Zimaglis through Sector 1 here. Fighting tooth and nail, trying to get up into that podium place. He's got Seye pressuring as well. This is a great little scrap we've got. Right at the front, Rex still hounding Packer as well, so Packer would have been hoping he'd have gotten away by now on those soft tires, and Rex closing in. Scabney also closing. Great shot from up above here. The chopper cam.
So if I'm Seye, I'm really happy right now. I'd like to see these guys battling in front, you know, just try to keep up with them, and then maybe something happens, but just be ready. So yeah, he's in a good spot.
We've got a stricken Ferrari. I think that's Fuzz again. Oh, look at this. Zimaglis passed by Scabney and Seye. Zimaglis really trying to hang on here. Zimaglis can kind of just let off a little bit and play it smart here. He doesn't have to be right on these guys. He can kind of just follow them. Similar to what you were saying for Seye.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a comfortable position as long as you maintain DRS contact. So, yeah, I'd always prefer to be just behind rather than driving with my eyes in the rearview mirror.
Fuzz is out in the pits.
Oh no.
He's just had enough, I guess. Not a great showing.
So Bag of Bones is starting to pressure Adri. Oh no, T-Money had to pit again.
T-Money's out.
5-second penalty. Damn.
Yeah. T-Money's yeah. Well, we did have 15 drivers. 2 of them said, you know what? I've had enough. It's the general sentiment towards this track.
Yeah.
At least in Monaco, like, you know, you're probably going to crash out before you can get fed up, so we should just race Monaco.
Alright, there we go. Bones finally got past the ghost of Beck.
It looks like
continues.
That was at Jinnit's car at the back, yeah. I think T-Money's car did leave the pits.
Oh, yeah. What was that?
It's okay, nothing came of it, so. Anyways, back to the front, we got Rex early pressure and Packer here, and then we've kind of got that little battle with Scabney, Seye, and Zem still going on. As you said, Bones, Maverick closing in on Adri here, too.
Yeah, I'm riding on board with Maverick right now, and he's dealing with Beck's ghost, but he knows it, so, and he's got Bones right in front of him, so that's basically where he's focused.
Is it so hard to overtake here that Packer being on softs can kind of just waste Rex's tires, holding him behind?
Perhaps, but how long is that going to last?
I don't know.
Packer can't carry those softs for too long. Yeah, great point. I think maybe Rex may be not pushing. I mean, obviously Packer's on the faster compound. If he can stay within, you know, the 0.3 of a second that he is, I'd be happy with that.
Well, he's a lot closer this lap, I'll say that, so could see a little bit more of an attack down the straight. He just wasn't quite there before. Just doing a really nice job.
So battle for 7th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Still very tight. Adri, Bag of Bones, and Maverick.
It's a lot closer this time, but I don't think he's going to be close enough to take a look. No, he's going to tuck in. He's checking with Seye and Zimaglis. Also very close, but Zem not quite close enough to take a look. And the DRS trains have begun.
Yeah. Looks like it.
Puff and RC will be happy to see this, though. They're pretty close to one another, and they're just slowly closing up to the back of this group with fronted by Adri. Rex really hounding Packer through this sector. So I'm wondering if the softs are maybe starting to go off a little bit.
Yeah, the last couple laps, Rex has been a lot closer.
You see Scavney losing ground too, so I do wonder if the softs are starting to falter a bit.
So was it Beck that was on the hards?
Yeah,
it was Fuzz.
It was Beck.
Fuzz. Okay, Fuzz. It shows that he DNF'd and he had hard tires. I don't remember him being on the hards, but.
Oh, Rex not close enough.
Zem has a chance here.
Yeah, he thought about it. He definitely thought about it.
Wisely did not go for a dive bomb.
Has Bones had some kind of incident? I think so. He's dropped behind Puff and RC now.
Yeah, Rex seems content to be right where he is. Maybe just giving Packer enough to think about.
Yeah. He sort of has to be on the defensive because Rex at any moment could just throw it down the inside. Yeah. So it's going to force Packer to kind of cover some lines that he wouldn't necessarily want to be on these soft tires.
And the important thing for Packer would be not to make a mistake, which is what Rex is hoping he does.
Yeah, we've got another yellow. That looks like Beck at the back. I think that was Beck anyways.
I believe so, yes. So Adri pulling away a little bit from Maverick. Gonna be happy about that.
Yeah, it's definitely something he's gonna need to do. He wants to get some good points tonight.
Oh, Seye got a little squiggly. Zem is right on his tail. Squiggly, squirrely. They mean the same thing, right?
I guess. Wiggly, maybe, is what you're going for. Squirrely and wiggly combined. Got a little wiggly. Rex still hounding Packer. Could see this go on for quite some time.
Yeah, until Packer pits. Unless Packer really starts to try to stretch those tires, maybe at that point Rex would be able to overtake him. But
well, if Rex legitimately can't get by, then Packer can just sit in front of him and force him into, you know. Yeah. Surely the temperatures on these tires must be higher than Packer's because he's running in dirty air.
Zem has given Seye a lot to think about.
Absolutely.
And this is, and there he goes again. It's the same place.
Yeah, he's gone way too deep. Zamoglis takes a look, but just can't close it. Zem will be frustrated that he didn't seize that.
Yeah, well, he knows where Seye has a problem, so.
Yeah, he can kind of
in a row.
Maybe try to stick his nose in down there and make him mess up.
Yeah, really pressure him going down the end of turn one there. Seye seems to be really oversteer big time. He's really losing the back end a lot, it seems.
Now Rex is very close to Packer here. As close as he's been, I think. Yeah, it's on here for Rex. I think he's going to go for it. Very close. He's right on him. Is he close enough for a look? No, he just sits behind. I thought he was going to poke out and go. He could have had a lunge there.
Zem has made
down the inside. Nice job from Zem. Gets that done. Very good overtake there. Nice clean racing from the two of them.
Absolutely. That continues to be my favorite thing about this, watching guys race clean.
Yeah.
You know, if they're going to be overtaken, so what? You know, they, you know, live to fight another day.
Yeah, when you're as closely matched as some of these guys are, like, you know, you kind of just concede it if you got it wrong, and you know, like, well, I know I can do that better, so I do it better the next few times, maybe I get them back.
So Maverick's hauled in Adri again. Adri had like a 9/10, nearly a second lead, and now he's down to half a second. Oh! Neither one of them took that turn very well. What turn is that? That is the last chicane.
Say's pitting. Maybe going for an undercut here, which is not a bad option. I think he'll filter out.
So is Maverick.
I think Say is going to filter out right into clear air, actually. That's not a bad shout. It's not a bad shout. And that's something Rex can consider as well. I guess not if he's on mediums, but... Hell, Scavney could... I guess Scavney couldn't undercut them. I don't know, maybe. If Scavney were to pit now and come out and just put in a few really solid laps while these two out front kind of waste each other's tires, he could close up. So he's a fair ways off, though.
Say went to the hards, so he definitely wants to go to the end.
Mm-hmm.
And Maverick had wing damage, and that's why I assume that's the reason he pit at that point. So when he went to the mediums.
That's interesting. I wonder if he hit the wall, maybe. Packer is pit. Packer's off. So Rex now really should be gapping. I guess Packer will... that'll be interesting, though. Packer's gone to mediums.
Yeah, so Maverick now wants to give it everything he's got. If he was just staying, not lazy, but just kind of hanging back there and forcing Packer to use his tires up more than he wanted to.
RC goes super deep there. Packer came out of the pits right behind RC and Puff, so that's gonna slow him down a bit.
Wow, bag of bones, and Zem's on the hards as well. Interesting. Yeah.
Zem's... Yeah, I was going to say, Jinnick's going to get by Zem here. But maybe Zem just kind of thinking, okay, I'm racing Say at this point. Like, let me just go with whatever he does, I'll do it.
And I wonder, at this point, they've gone 14 laps without incident, without a VSC. I guess the mindset could be like, all right, we might be going green the entire race.
Yeah. Packer just sails by Puff. Puff not interested in wasting any time fighting that. So this is going to hurt Rex because Packer's just sort of getting through this traffic. It's not really slowing him down, being stuck behind other cars, so... Rex
yeah, Adri, 13 lap old softs. He's probably not going to fight Packer very hard either. Adri, the Tier 2 champion last year, correct?
I believe so, yeah. Feels like a long time ago now, but... Yeah, Adri under pressure here. Packer going to the outside line, now the inside line.
No.
Adri not giving Packer the space he hopes. And Adri isn't rolling out the red carpet for anybody tonight. He has fought that tooth and nail. That's going to hurt Packer quite badly.
That is incredible. how close they were. It seemed like they came into contact, but neither one of them. And Packer got across the nose.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He kind of slammed the door shut on Adri, and Adri looked like he was like ready to send it down the inside. He was like, "Oh yeah, could end your night right now."
I've seen less lead to worse results. These two are really battling hard, and thankfully nothing came of it other than just some bruised egos, I guess.
Yeah. It's just really a matter now of how much Packer can take out of Rex, and can Rex recover that when he pits?
Yeah, I forget what the pit delta is here. So right now Rex has a 17, nearly 18-second lead. I'd have to believe that, the pit delta has got to be closer to 20.
Yeah, I would say 20 is a good benchmark, but Packer wasn't really that far ahead. Like, he wasn't a couple seconds up, so I'm wondering if it is maybe less. It's a pretty short pit lane if you look at it.
Yeah, I'll try to jump on board with the next guy to pit if I can.
But when Packer came out of the pits, he was about... I guess he made some overtakes. Yeah. It probably was about 20 seconds, roughly.
So interesting here, we got the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, 15 lap old tires. Adri in 3rd on 15 lap old softs, battling Puff and RC, 15 lap old mediums. Oh, yeah, he's struggling a little bit here. Puff almost ran into the back of him.
Yeah, I would say 15 lap old softs at this stage are pretty well toast.
He's got to be boxing this. No, he is not.
Puff will be frustrated by that. You can see the wear on the softs there, quite substantial. You can see a line forming on the sort of outer edges of the tire. A little bit of graining in the center there. That's put Puff in a bit of an awkward spot because he wants to get by. You don't want to waste time stuck behind a slower car.
Nope.
Really no penalties yet either.
We do. Beck has a penalty.
Yeah, the only one though, really. Besides that, there hasn't been any.
And
we're halfway through the race.
Yeah, really. Yeah, you're right. That's and it's a 3-second penalty for him.
Yeah.
So Adam's doing really driving quite well with these 15, 16 lap old softs. He does, the guys behind him aren't slouches. So he's doing quite well.
Yeah. I would imagine he's got a pit soon though.
And he's staying out again. Why not? He's keeping Puff and RC behind him quite comfortably. I mean, Puff really couldn't use DRS there to even come close to overtaking him down at turn 1.
No, I would think the mediums aren't even a great tire by this point.
Oh, whoa.
Big moment there.
Yeah, there was one went high, one went low.
Ooh, Puff has a bit of a tank slapper, and that's put RC right on his gearbox.
It almost seems like Puff's having a harder time with his mediums than Adri on the softs.
I would think that maybe the dirty air has something to do with that.
You'd think Puff, being the co-founder, would have like the Harry Potter wand or something that just kind of snafu the guy in front of him a little bit, move him over to the side.
Yeah. Well, we know how to get Adri to spin. We just have to get on board and pretend it's qualifying.
Oh. Adri and Puff, they take that last chicane differently. Mm-hmm. And it really brings Puff right into the rear end of Adri. And I don't know if it's because Adri's trying to take a defensive line through there with the softer, higher wear tires.
Yeah. I'm just trying to do some math here. So it's about 20 seconds to pit. I'm just going to put them behind Joshua. So every one of these guys in this chunk, if they pit, will be out of the points. They'll have to fight back, but they will have fresh tires to close up, so they probably have a good chance of points. Joshua will have to pit. Janet will have to pit. Everybody else, I think, is good to go to the
Rex
end.
has to pit. Rex has to pit. I don't know if we mentioned him.
Yeah, Rex obviously has to pit still. I would say Packer not really eating as much time out of him as you'd probably be hoping to be.
Yeah, I agree. I agree that this is playing into Rex's hand, I believe. Because by the time he pits, and there goes Adri finally boxing. Yep. Let's see what his, shit, how do I pick up his pit delta? Oh, there it is.
If you're puffing RC, I would think you probably give it a lap or two here. You just watch Adri go in with 19 lap old softs. You know you're getting the softs to the end from this stage.
So, oh no! Maverick gets into Adri a little bit. Hopefully there's no damage for Adri.
Did they collide coming out of the pits or something? Or?
Yeah, Adri came out and there was a little bit of contact there. Trying to,
well, I mean, if you're puffing RC, and you just heard Adri just had a moment, now might be the time to pit for those softs and make sure you get out ahead of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wonder if either of them consider it at this stage.
And not Puff.
Nope, not RC either. Scavney's closing up to them.
So I'm going to say that the pit...
Go ahead.
I was going to say that the pit delta is all of 20 seconds. Depends on when you draw the cutoff, because what my view is basically is lap time.
Mm-hmm.
His being Adri. So now without Adri in front of Puff, he seems to be pulling away a little bit from RC behind him. That's going to make him feel pretty good.
Someone's just had a moment. Was it Packer? It was. Packer has had a huge moment. Rex should pit now. Oh, he hasn't.
No damage that I can see on Packer.
We've had another yellow. Maverick has slowed down to let Adri in front of him. Is that correct? Maverick's back right off and Adri's in front now?
Well, Adri is definitely in front of Maverick.
I wonder, was there a moment for Maverick, or did he slow down to avoid a future penalty, perhaps?
You know, I wonder, was there still the yellow flag where maybe he made the overtake and had to give the position back?
I don't think it would have taken that long. We would have seen a time penalty given by now. Right, that was a lap or two ago. Beck is out in the pits, so it shouldn't be an issue. No, I think Maverick maybe... It wasn't Maverick up there with Joshua, so he slowed down about 7-8 seconds. I don't think he would have got more than a 5-second penalty for that, do you?
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe the penalty points is something he's trying to avoid. Maybe he just had a moment. I honestly don't know, but...
Well, there goes Puff. Puff is boxing.
Mm-hmm. RC stayed out. So say on the fresher hards is actually giving Jinnit a bit of a run here.
Yeah, Jinnit's got 20 lap of mediums, so...
So where's... Puff comes out in front of Adri by quite some margin on a fresh set of softs. So Puff in 9th on fresh softs. He has... I think he can get Joshua. He might be able to get some Moglis, and I don't think he'll get much further than that.
He might get Jinnit.
Well, Puff would have to gain 15... about 16 seconds to get Jinnit. I don't know if that's doable. Maverick is out. So Maverick has had a moment on track, and he's out of the race, and it's a safety car.
Safety car.
That is huge. Huge for these guys.
Boxed.
Oh, that's massive for Rex. Is he going to get in front of the safety? He is. So Rex picks up the safety car right away. That's going to put everybody into... It looks like everyone's coming into the pits. So it's catch the queue now. I wonder if Puff is going to jump a bunch of these guys because it's catch the queue.
I know that he's pushing the Delta, that's for sure.
Well, I think the Delta's gone because everyone's in the pits. So Puff might actually get quite a lot of these guys, actually, I think.
If that's the case, that is
great
for him. Yeah, he's up to P3.
Yeah, because they're on the pit exit still, so he's on the track. And Scabby's gone across the line! 5-second penalty!
Jeez.
Oh, he was so desperate to get in front of Puff, he ran way over the line. Bones has done speeding in the pit lane as well.
So, wow. Puff.
Puff, yeah.
Goodness gracious.
That was the luck he needed. Yeah, fresh softs in 3rd, and really, if you look at the qualifying times, Puff has the pace to hold this place. Like, there's no reason that Scavney and Arcia will sail right by. In fact, I would say RC being in 5th is pretty good news for Puff, because he's going to keep a few of these quicker cars behind.
Absolutely.
RC...
I agree.
RC was couldn't quite get ahead of Puff, so this is good news for Puff. It's good news for Scavney as well, because Scavney will probably be able to... I don't know, really. Everybody on a fresh set of the same tire. So Moglis has gone on to mediums for some reason.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, with the softs are pretty much the way here.
That has to be a mistake.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, nobody in their right mind. Well, I don't want to say it that way. Yeah, I think most drivers would, at this point, would jump onto the softs.
Yeah, really only doing like 10 racing laps on them.
Yeah, and I can say from experience that the game can mess you up on top of the driver himself making a mistake. But yeah, interesting. We'll see what happens with the mediums for him. But so Puff, did Puff really have that magic wand?
Yeah, maybe.
You know,
absolutely. There was a little bit of magic. Him and Rex, really. Like, it worked out for Rex as well. The only thing that Rex lost was his gap to Packer. Now he has to race him.
Well, they're relatively equal tires now. I mean, Rex has 1 lap more, but his lap was behind the safety car. So, yeah, this is great.
Safety car in this lap, so Rex takes over. He's really bunching everybody up. Quite a ways to the finish line from here, so he's got plenty of time to bunch the field. Make sure nobody runs into the back of one another back there. We're going to go racing again quickly. That was a quick safety car.
I like it.
Wow, look at that.
So, 11 laps of insanity. Oh, did I just see a wing fly off?
I don't think so, but Packer is very close to the back of Rex. He's hounding him.
We got a Red Bull that's... yeah, Zem has no wing.
And we are going. Packer reacts fairly well.
Oh, and Zem's out. I think he did that on purpose.
Yeah.
I caught the tail end of it. He was very frustrated, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I caught the end of that. He crashed going into the pits.
I'll try not to speak on the matter, but wouldn't be the first time I saw Zem react emotionally to a incident.
Very easy to do.
Yes.
It's harder to keep your emotions in check than it is to let them go.
Yeah, no doubt. I think he was thinking, oh, my race is over at this point, whatever, but still not recommended.
So
Say Jinnit wheel to wheel. Jinnit not giving that one up easy. Oh, he's pushed Say right to the edge of the circuit there. I think Say deserved a little bit more space there, honestly. It was a bit of a poor angle we were watching from, though. Like, we were sort of level with the track on the outside, so it's hard to tell really where Jinnit actually was.
Yeah, so, you know, Puff at this point, he's got to be thinking P3 because he's already nearly 2.5 seconds behind the leaders. But
yeah.
Hey, podium position, that's what he wants.
Well, if he sees what's going on behind him, he's got at least a P4 here. Scavney also carrying a penalty for 5 seconds, so... And that's a legitimate 5 seconds. He did run across the line. I don't think he's getting that removed. I did see him pretty much exit the pits by running over it. It was an accident, but he still did it, so... One of those things, I feel like it'll be upheld.
It seems to be getting a little cloudy.
That's true, actually.
Wouldn't that be something for the game to throw in some rain at the end?
Oh, Jinnit! Oh, come on. That was filthy. Say did such a nice job driving clean, hanging on to that, waiting his turn, being patient because he knew Jinnit was fighting him.
And then Jinnit lost several positions.
And Jinnit sends it down the inside, then runs him wide. I don't like that at all. I'm sorry, but I think I saw that as clear as day, and that was just poor sportsmanship.
For Say right now, he's still battling with these guys, and he just needs to keep his head, because he's got some battles here that could be a lot of fun. Adri in front of him, he can still see Jinnit. He's still within a second of Jinnit, so
yeah, I don't think it's going to end very well if they end up side by side again.
Say's got a cool head, I think.
Well, I hope he does.
He's going to need one. You really, yeah, you can't let that frustration get to you, because it in the moment that's one thing, but I mean it becomes a league-wide incident, so to speak. You know, when everybody becomes somewhat involved in hearing.
Oh,
Adri goes around.
Adri and Jinnit collide, and Adri ends up on the short end of that one. So now Joshua and Say are going to be pressuring. Rex is pounding Packer at the front. I guess Packer got in front somehow. We've been too busy watching this battle.
Wow. Yeah, I don't think that there was anything malicious there in that turn. I think that they were both going into the
Say Jinnit wheel to wheel once again.
Hang on, Say. There you go.
Say going around the outside, and he's got it done, it looks like. Oh no, what's that? Safety car. Another safety car.
Who's that for? Oh, somebody.
Adri. It was Adri.
Okay. Wow, safety car. Well, I guess everybody. Oh boy, do you got a box?
Everybody for a fresh set again, you think?
I don't know. I wouldn't want to be Packer. You know?
Yeah, he does have a decision to make.
However, he's looking at the tire wear and he's saying, okay, I got 1 lap pressure tires. We're going to go 2 or 3 laps, 1 or 2 laps, anyways. Yeah, boy.
So
we're going to find out in a second here.
Say, it looked like he had Jinnit done, but I think he had to give it back because of the safety car was dropped out. I mean, if you're at the back, you might as well just pit, right?
Yeah, everybody stayed out, and we're Jennett the first one in the box.
Not surprised there. Jennett and Bones might as well box. Get the fresh tires, see if we can gain a couple more places out of it, right?
Yeah.
But anyone else, I don't blame them for not giving up track position. Puff's still holding on to third, and if Scavney even gets by, he's still got 5-second penalty, so... Now, if you're Scavney and there's a safety car and you have that 5-second penalty, is it worth it to go serve that and take a fresh set of tires? Because once the safety car period ends, almost everybody's got you already anyways.
Yeah, boy, that's tough. You know, earlier in the race, I would say yes. Mm-hmm. You know, because you can make that 5 seconds up. At this point, I don't know. Do you try to make up as much of that 5 seconds on the tires you have now? Because track position is important now.
It is, yeah.
He's not going to make. He's not. If he blocks, he's not going to make up those positions. However,
but my theory is that he already has lost them due to the delta, right? Like the gap to the guys behind. It might be.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but no, you make a great point.
It is.
Right there,
it's raining.
Sure.
I see a few specks, I think.
Yeah, I think
you can't pit now, but my lord, this is going to be... It is raining, yeah. Rex going... Oh, Rex tummied it. Someone is going in, though. Are they going to the inters? Joshua... I think Joshua's going for it. He got the speeding in the pit lane.
5-second penalty. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he's gone to the inters, man. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
The weather forecast would have to be that it's going
It is starting to rain proper, though.
Yeah, you got to have some really heavy rain. I applaud him for the effort,
He picked up a penalty on the way in, though, and that might hurt him unless it's torrential. If it becomes torrential and the other guys all get screwed, then Joshua will be laughing, but...
Now,
I don't blame him for trying it.
Nope, and I don't, you know, I don't wish any... I would not want this to happen to me, but if it really came down in the next lap or two, that's going to give us some really exciting racing. I would not want to be one of the drivers in there, but
it's a slippery track too. And you notice Joshua has no grip right now. He's struggling to just get back to the pack at the moment. I think we're going to get safety car in though. Yep, safety car is in this lap, and it's not raining quite as much as Joshua would hope. You see him just kind of sitting straight, trying to keep the tires. Everybody, it's like he looks like Kimi Räikkönen while everybody else is warming the tires. He's just coasting.
Yeah,
but yeah, he's trying to keep those cool as much as possible. I don't know that was the right decision. It's not really raining.
Well,
it's not raining hard enough, is it?
Boxed? What position
he was like fifth or
okay.
sixth, maybe seventh. Packer goes, but Rex was wise to it. Puff really under threat here. RC sends it on Puff, but can Puff get the traction on the outside? Puff does. They do touch, but Puff has got it, and RC trying to hang on. He's got Scavney pressuring. So Scavney lost out big time there, and now Say goes through as well. So, yeah, wow, Scavney loses big there.
Jennett lost even bigger. He spun, something happened in turn one. He's 4 seconds behind Josh.
Rain is starting to come down a little bit more.
Yeah, you know, Josh, if you're a religious man, keep praying.
I was a Hail Mary that pit stop, honestly. So.
Well, so that tells us that, you know, rain is coming.
Mm-hmm.
And so he just happened to be the first one to gamble, a heavy gamble, and he's struggling right now.
Puff also struggling to hang on to this podium. He's got Say applying a lot of pressure. And Say's going for it down the inside. They're wheel to wheel. Can Puff hang on to this? Through the Tarzan corner, trying desperately as that podium slips away. Say takes the place.
Great job, Grayson, though. Great job.
Say has done a phenomenal job keeping his head after that collision, being run wide. You know, didn't overreact, kept his head in the right place, and look at where he's ended up. He's sitting in the podium spot right now, and Jinnett down in 9th in the pits, so...
Yeah, he must have got damage.
Yeah.
And he... coming back out on the softs. So...
If Say gets into the podium interviews, you're going to have to ask him about that, see what he...
Oh, I should be
see if he thinks he was left enough space there.
I really don't want to cause controversy.
Well, I know the answer, so...
Yeah, so Rex and Packer, they've been pretty much having their own race out front
yeah.
there. And, hats off to Packer.
DRS enabled, so it's not raining bad enough.
Yeah, so hats off to Packer. He's been able to keep Rex behind him. However,
Isn't Jinnett's going for fastest lap?
Yeah, I suppose.
He can get a point for it. He might as well try it, right?
Right, so that would give him 3.
I mean, it's not bad considering things have not really gone that great tonight.
Well, you know, there's a sense of accomplishment, I guess, you know, to get the fastest lap, so...
You do get a point for it, though. I mean, I'd go for it if I was capable, honestly.
Absolutely. Yeah. Any attempt at, you know, racing, being passionate about it, doing what you can, whatever, I mean, I'm all for it. So, yeah, if he wants to steal that fastest lap, by all means, go for it.
I don't know who has it at the moment, but keep an eye out.
Let's see. See if I can... Fastest lap is Packer. 1:11.7.
You know what? I wonder if it's going to be hard to get the fastest lap, though, because the track's a little damp now.
And he doesn't have the benefit of a car in front of him for the slipstream.
Right.
Or DRS, for that matter.
Good little scrap going on here. Scavney, RC, and Bones.
So I didn't notice, DRS inactive? Inactive.
It is active, yeah. It was activated last lap. You can tell by the time Joshua was losing. I think Jinnett's just eating him alive back there.
Yeah, I don't think that one lap is too much for Josh to have to defend, I believe.
Yeah. Packer really under pressure here. Rex is very close. I think he's going to get a crack at this. This is for the win, so Rex going for it down the inside.
Oh, a
little bit of contact. They're still wheel to wheel. Still side by side. Oh, there's contact, and Rex has gone around.
Rex goes around.
Rex has gone around. Packer is going to carry on. I think he thought about slowing down, but...
Yeah. That was just a battle. There's nothing dirty there.
No, I think that was just bad luck. I mean, it's not a great place to go side by side.
I mean, they were very, very cautious. I shouldn't say cautious, but you know, they fought fair the entire race, and the last lap.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. Rex has to go for that. He can't. He sat patiently the whole race. It was time to send it, and they were side by side. Deservingly. I don't think really either guy did anything wrong there. I think Rex just kind of caught the back end, and he was a little further behind, so when they did inevitably bump, like, Rex just ended up on the short end of it, right?
Hey, guess who's coming into the interviews?
Yeah, I see this.
Well, hopefully he doesn't refuse the invitation.
I don't think he will. So Say joins us for the interview, and Puff Digital picks up a podium. Great job from Puff. Rex ends up losing a lot of ground there. Really undeserved.
Great race with these guys.
Yeah, there was a lot of close battles.
Yep. Great
All right,
stuff.
so it's 9:21, so we got about 9 minutes to get those interviews going. I'm gonna get
so 2 minutes apiece once we get them in the lobby. I'll be as quick as I can.
Yes, sir.
Unless, hey, you by all means you can ask the questions and we can be out of here real quick.
I'm okay.
All right, I'm gonna ask the most generic questions.
You can ask whatever you want.
I'm really, I have some curiosities there. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to interview Rex, but we'll get the info. Perhaps we'll get some insight into Packer. But I was really curious about Rex, and was he playing? Was he biding his time? Because it seemed like he was, you're 2 to 3 tenths a second behind the guy for lap after lap after lap.
Yeah.
I would have thought that he could have got by him at least once, but anyhow, that's Tier 1 Netherlands race done.
Yeah, let me just run us through the order. We got their guys joining the party here for the interview. I'm just going to run through the finishing order quickly. Packer wins it. Seye takes P2. Puff Digital 3rd. RC is 4th. 5th is Bag of Bones. 6th for Scavney. 7th for Rex. 8th for Jinnit. Joshua is 9th. 10th for Adri. And then, I guess Adri doesn't get points because he didn't really finish 10th. But from 10th down, all DNF. 5 DNFs tonight. 6, actually. All right.
Okay.
Go ahead. Start your interviews.
All right, so we'll start with Puff. Congratulations, Puff. Hello.
Is Puff
Puff
here?
Digital.
Yeah.
Hello.
There it is.
How are you, Puff?
I'm good. How are you? It's been a while, GP.
I know. Nice to hear you as well. Nice to see you on the podium, too. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. Very unexpected.
Started 13th, and you're on the podium. Take us through your race.
I don't think I made an actual on-track overtake. It was really just defending. I think it was just people crashing in front of me, and then safety car luck. But yeah, no, it was actually a blast. I had a lot of fun. The NRC, I think, battled for 36 laps straight. Scavney was in there for a bit too, so we had a nice little scrap, the 3 of us. And then, yeah, I don't know, just really wanted to get a lot of points because I've had a few shit races. So yeah, I'm thrilled with the podium.
Absolutely. So how did you feel with that last safety car? Everybody got bunched up again, and you did not box, and I don't think RC behind you. I think it was RC behind you. So what were you thinking at that point when there was going to be 5-6 laps left?
At that point, I was a little frustrated because I thought I could have defended Scavney. I didn't want all the faster guys to bunch up and come up behind me, so I thought my podium chances were done at that point. And then Seye passed me, and I was like, whatever, 4th place, we'll take it. We can't be too greedy. And then, yeah, I'm not too sure what happened. I saw Rex off at turn 2 or turn 3, banked one, and then from there it was just Scavney got super close, and RC took a shot. And, just really wanted to keep it on the track. It was very tense, a lot of near crashes, so it was fun.
Yeah, we had a lot of really good battles to follow, and you were involved at the end, which awesome for you. What happened to Rex? I think they were really battling in front of you, and there was was contact between him and Packer, innocent stuff, and yeah, so you benefited from that, and we expected that on the last lap. Everybody bunched up like that. But again, congratulations. Started 13th, finished 3rd. Great points haul for you tonight. So.
Yeah, I outscored both both McLarens, both Williams. So a successful day. That's all you can really ask for. I think I moved back into the top 10 in the standings too, but yeah, I'll shut up.
All right, Seye, congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
You had some tough battles, brother. You were involved in some tight driving.
Yeah.
Jeez and crow, I don't even know how to describe it. I mean, there was stuff going on around you all the time.
Yeah, man, that midfield battle was just a crazy affair that I did not approve of, but I'm so happy I came out on a P2. Would have settled for the P3 if the collision didn't happen in front of me last lap.
So hats off to you. Bigga pointed out that, you needed to, I'm not saying it was an incident that was somebody's fault or not, but there was an incident, and we thought, and Bigga for sure was like, he needs to keep his head. He needs to, stay in this, and he can get that position back perhaps, or whatever. And it seemed that that's exactly what you did. You kind of kept your head, and you just kept racing, and it paid off for you. Is that how, were you fighting some frustration there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Frustration built into me for sure after being held up for so long behind Jinnit, who had wing damage. I didn't know, but man, dude was defending like Kevin Magnussen. It was pissing me off. Shoved me off the track at some point.
Jinnit will do that too. Jinnit is awesome.
He was pissing me off so much. He shoved me off the track at some point, and then finally when I got past him, it was like the relief. Because I knew I had the pace. I was so much more faster than most of the guys. Except the front two, obviously. I couldn't catch them, but the SCs saved me so much here. And it's the reason why I'm on this podium right now.
Yeah, well, congratulations. Is this your highest finish this season?
Yes, it is.
Awesome. Excellent. Well, I could tell you that Jinnit was probably smiling the whole time he was trying to keep you behind him.
Yeah, I bet. He did a good job with it.
Great battles throughout, so congratulations again, P2.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Packer, congratulations. You got the pole position and the race win and the fastest lap.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I don't know. It's kind of, I guess, mixed because that incident with Rex, but I don't know. It feels good. Obviously, pace was good most of the race. I had another spin like I did last week, but the safety car, that first safety car stayed me, and then we're just trying to manage keep in front of Rex at the second one, and then yeah, that incident happened on the final lap. I thought I left enough room, but I don't know.
But yeah, you struggled in qualifying. We saw you spin a couple times there, and obviously you came through in your last effort to take pole. But how'd that play into your mind? At the start of the race, were you like, "Geez, I got to be really careful here. Something seems to be off."
Well, I forgot to lower my rear roll bar before I started because I made a pretty light setup change in practice, and then I forgot to lower that rear roll bar, which would have helped me in the lower to mid-speed corners, and then I just couldn't keep it on track on the mediums, and then yeah, I did one soft lap that was good enough for pole position. Went out again, but I invalidated when I was like 4/10 up at the final corner. So yeah, qualifying it was all right generally, and then just in the race, with the setup that I was using, I was able to save a decent amount of ERS, so I could just use whenever Rex was close and just keep him behind for the time being. Just try and I guess keep him behind, corral him for as long as I could, as long as I had enough pace on the softs, and I was able to do that for a long time. And then I started closing him down on the mediums, and yeah, it's fun. So.
Yeah, you had your eyes in your mirrors for a long time tonight, I imagine, because there was he was never really more than half a second behind you. So that, hats off to you for maintaining your wits about you and not making the mistake that I'm sure he was hoping that you would make. Now, going into the last lap, I only caught part of this, so but it really seemed like it was a fair battle going through, and being with one car, you can't really see what's going on with the other car, but I didn't see anything bad, but anytime something like that happens, I would expect you, for instance, it almost looked like you wanted to slow down to maybe like get him, let him catch back up or something, but then of course it was like, well, no point in doing that. So yeah, unfortunate for Rex that he lost out on that, but all right, well, congratulations, Packer. I think you extend your championship lead over Bebon. Yeah, he wasn't here tonight, unfortunately.
Yeah, but 26 points. So
I'm about to make my second half of the season charge. I think I'm only like 150 points down. So stay tuned for that.
I'll be fighting for the top once again. I'll try anyways.
Puff, you need to narrow your focus down to the guy in front of you, not the guy at the lead, just the guy in front of you. Make that, whatever, 10, 20,
There's a lot of them.
One step at a time. All right, well, congratulations, guys. It was a great race. We were very, very much entertained. Good stuff. So I'm going to pass it on to Bigga now.
And Bigga's going to pass it on to the darkness because we're shutting it down for the night. I was not ready for you to throw to me. I was looking at Twitter. I'm not gonna lie.
Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
You're not even gonna ask me a question or anything.
Hey, Puff, are you golfing with us on the weekend, or?
Yeah, I am.
All right, sweet. See you there.
There you go.
There you go. Can't wait to put my shoulders and back out. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna start stretching now.
Yeah, actually, that's not a bad idea, to be honest. We'll just spend 20 minutes stretching before we hit the ball the first time. Great night for you guys, though. Everybody on the podium. Say you finally put it all together and got a result and overcame the frustration there, getting run off the road. And nice job. Puff inherited the podium after the collision with Rex and Packer. Looked like GP said, pretty innocent, just kind of hard racing, and one guy ended up on the short end of it, so not much to say there, but great job for everybody, and we'll be back next week for round 13. Where are we going next week?
Bahrain.
Bahrain, yeah.
I lost.
I love Bahrain too, actually. I'm actually pretty excited for that.
Should be good.
Yeah, no
I'm
doubt.
so made to run that track.
It's a nice looking track though in this game though. The cars look awesome under the lights, so it's actually one of my favorites. One of my favorites for
I'm
sure.
surprised
So.
it did this well in Zandvoort.
Yeah, it's a tricky track. A lot of guys don't do well, and it seems to, as long as you just don't have a bad race, sometimes it ends up being a really good one.
I had an orange helmet, maybe that's why.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's why. Totally makes sense.
Alright.
All right.
See you guys.
Yeah, Wednesday,
All right.
Thursday, Tier 2, Tier 3. Tune in 8 p.m. Eastern for that, and we'll catch you next week. Have a good night, everybody.
Alright,
boys.
take care.
Bye,
Good
everyone.
night, guys.
Thanks as always, GP and Bigga.
You got
No problem,
it. No problem.
bud.
That was fun.